Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again with another video. Yes, indeed, about something that I did in 2025 and should have talked about in 2025, but I'm just getting to talk about at the start of 2026. Yes, indeed. Oh boy, 2026 has just started and it seems like it's pretty bad. Yes, indeed. Oh dear, some crazy shit has been happening, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to power through the bad weather with the Santa Ana winds that are fucking up my allergies and my asthma. And the work that, unfortunately, the poor bastard whose body I possess, my poor vessel. I really should have picked a better vessel, I tell you what. But the job at the poor vessel is turned to be a real bitch of a job. But we won't let that affect us. No. Because what we are going to talk about... a food review, yes indeed. If you follow my channel, I like to spice up the channel with haul videos, either movies or stuff that I got. Movie reviews that are always fun about movies that I watch. Also, sometimes flavored sodas, weird flavored sodas that I like to drink and partake and share my thoughts with you. And I don't really do alcohol reviews, but I might get into that. But I do, on very rare occasion, come across weird food stuff that I feel is worth a talk about. And in this occasion, to celebrate what was the premiere of the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, here in the grand old country of Mexico, we did get a crossover promotional product from a sweet bread that we get here in Mexico that's called ChocoRoles, which is basically just chocolate bread covered in chocolate with cream and pineapple marmalade at the center. Quite delicious, especially if you put it frozen. And sometimes they do come up with these weird tasting variants. But for Stranger Things 5, they released these. Yes, indeed. And you have your modern label logo here. And then on the upside down, like Stranger Things, you have your retro 80s, 90s logo there, which I thought was pretty cool. And the color is a nice red and black color scheme, which you know I'm all about. I love red and black color schemes. Yes, indeed. It is my main color scheme, after all. So anything that is in that color automatically pops to me and calls to me and beckons to me like, here. Come, I'm just like you. And I'm like, ooh. Yes, indeed. And in this one, they switched up the normal chocolate with a much darker sour chocolate, dark chocolate. And they changed the pineapple marmalade with a red cherry marmalade. And this is where I call bullshit on this. They have already released before a ChocoRoles Dark. You see, where they basically just made it with dark chocolate and cherry. And I guess they still had some ingredients in the factory, because that's what this is. This is just ChocoRoles Dark, but rebranded for the Stranger Things crossover. And the taste is exactly the same. It's like eating a nice, delicious, sour, dark chocolate bread stuff with cherry and the cream. It's still delicious. Put that baby on the freezer. Have yourself a tall glass of milk or some coffee if you don't like milk straight out of the carton. And you got yourself something tasty. But again, it's not anything new. It's something that they already did and just reused for the Stranger Things packaging. And I won't lie, it's a good packaging. You can see the little kids there. And then you can see the thing. And again, I really like the modern ChocoRoles. And then the retro label there, so the upside down looks really good. And it does fit the theme of the red and black with the Stranger Things thing. So, as a product, it's very cool. I like the packaging. I like how very cool it looks. I like the design of the packaging. And the food stuff inside is very tasty. Again, if you put it nice in the freezer, and it gets nice and cool and frozen, and then you eat it again with either a cup of coffee or a glass of milk, and you have yourself a tasty treat. Yes, indeed. But again, I would have liked a new flavor, something new, not just something that was reissued. But I would still recommend this Stranger Things ChocoRoles cross promotion. I know, I've seen it at Walmart. I know that at Walmart they do sell the regular ChocoRoles, which is again with pineapple. So I don't know if my friends in the U.S. Will get a chance to try these ChocoRoles in the USA, but anyone that lives in Mexico or South America will probably get these, and I can recommend them to you because they are quite delicious if you like dark chocolate. If you like the taste of dark chocolate, which is a little bitter but very delicious to me, I would recommend it. So yes. And since we're on the topic of Stranger Things, since it did come to an end, just wanted to give my quick thoughts. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I mean, it had cool moments. It had a cool, I guess, reveal, a payoff to a character that went through a lot of shit, and then in this one, they empowered him. There is a speech that is given in the last episodes where, like, dude, the end, the world is literally ending. And most of us already know your big dark secret, so maybe you can speed it up a bit. But the reasoning behind it makes sense because he wants to clear away his fears, his internal fears. And I guess that works. 11 seems to have gotten the short end on the stick. Her character growth kind of like went all over the place, and then this last season they didn't know what the fuck to do with her, so her character arc didn't feel very satisfying. The villain was pretty cool, and then they brought back the Mind Flayer, this giant kaiju spider thing that has been sold as a world ender. He goes around different dimensions and planets, ending civilizations with armies of demogorgons, demo dogs, and demo bats. But he got taken out by the kids in Stranger Things and 11. And I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. Where's the random encounters? Where's the armies of demogorgons and other creatures that were so prevalent in the other thing? It seems like they didn't really have an idea on how to end it, and they just pull it out of their ass. Or probably some AI thing. A lot of people have been using AI. I don't know. But I didn't like the ending of Stranger Things. Didn't much care for it. My personal thoughts, but I'm very curious to know if you've seen the season finale and series finale of Stranger Things. What did you think? I know there's supposedly a secret episode that's floating around that hopefully resolves everything better. And I think I read somewhere that they're going to do a Dead by Daylight crossover. But I don't know. I haven't looked into that. So yes, let me know, please. What did you think of the Stranger Things series finales in the comments down below? But until I see you all again next time, I will bring more movie content. Yes, indeed. But I thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all, like always, a good evening.